Shalom, this is your brother Yonathan. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I want to say shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. Now, the title of this lesson is Sighing and Crying. Why aren't the apologists doing it? The scriptures tell us that the elect of the nation of Israel are going to be standing up against the evildoers, calling out the wickedness, and sighing and crying for the abominations being done in the midst thereof. They're going to be in the same spirit that Lot was, vexed. Why aren't the apologists in that spirit? Why aren't your pastors in that spirit? All right? Why isn't the Catholic Church in that spirit? Ask yourself that. I mean, Lot, he dealt with the so-called alphabet agenda in his day. Full throttle, right? He wasn't with it. It was a hard no, a hard pass for him. Okay, because that lifestyle, it's not a lifestyle. That death style is against the ways of life. And as a believer, anything that's contrary to the ways of life that the Lord has instructed us to walk in should be offensive to you. To love righteousness, I made this lesson a while back, to love righteousness by default is to hate wickedness, correct? So it's beautiful to have the knowledge that, that we're a part of the regal house of Israel, pursuing the prophecy. But along with that comes the vexation of, look at the kingdom that we're in, look at what's going on in the earth, and look at the state of our people. And that's expounded upon in Revelation, the 10th chapter. And let's read it, the 9th verse, Revelation 10 and 9. It says, "And I went unto the angel and said unto him, Give me the little book, the scriptures, the Bible. And he said unto me, Take it and eat it up," meaning fully digest it, comprehend the fullness of it. Reading it is one thing, but comprehension is something completely different. You need teachers, okay? Like the Ethiopian eunuch. What Philip asked him, "Understand this what thou readest?" And he said, what? "How can I, lest some man should guide me?" Why was that account put in there for us for our learning? Because you need teachers. And you have a lot of people who found out they're Israelite and they say, "Oh, I'm self-taught." Bullshit. You had to learn from someone. Even the disciples were taught, which means you come up under an understanding, a way, or a doctrine. Now it's up to the Spirit to guide you to who has the full doctrine in his time. Just like the disciples in their time, they had the full understanding. There were other people who were, teaching the law and saying, "Hey, this is what we need to do," but the Lord wasn't with them. So even in this time, there's a subset of men who the Lord has given a full understanding of the truth. You're not going to have to mix and match. Or I'll take a little bit from these guys and a little bit from them. No. He's endowed someone with the full understanding we need for this time to receive salvation. All right. Let's continue on in let's read verse 9 again from the top. Revelation 10 and 9. "And I went into the angel and said unto him, Give me the little book. And he said unto me, Take it and eat it up. And it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth as sweet as honey." And that's what we went over, man. It's beautiful to know that you're a part of the regal house of Israel. But as you fully comprehend it and digest it, and you see the situation of the world and our people, it becomes bitter, man, once you digest it in the belly. Verse 10. "And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up, and it was in my mouth as sweet as honey. And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter." So those who are truly believers and are seeking the Lord, this bitterness is going to manifest in them. They're going to be like, "Whoa, look at this. Look at all this wickedness going on. Oh, Lord, when are you going to deliver us out of this situation?" You're going to long for the kingdom. And what you see with a lot of these apologists and pastors and people, internet gurus, whoever, people are looking up to, celebrities, they are not in the spirit of sighing and crying for the abominations being done in the midst of. They want this kingdom to continue. That is a huge box that you must check if you are supposed to be a man of the Lord or someone that the Lord is using. And these people simply do not check that box. Now, as believers, there's a question when you first come in that should be on your mind. The same question that was on the disciples' mind when Yahweh Shai was on the scene. And it was this here. This is Matthew 24:3. It says, and he that sat upon the Mount Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And that's of the age, right? When you look up the word world here in Matthew 24:3, it goes back to aeon.
Strong's G 165, Ion.
All right, and an unbroken age, perpetuity of time, eternity, the world's universe, period of time. So it's just talking about the rulership that we're in now. When's going to be the end of this rulership and the returning of us being in power, which when we return in power, it's going to be an everlasting kingdom. That's going to be an unbroken age. That's going to be eternity. All right. And that's when righteousness will go forth in the earth. Right now it's nothing but wickedness. We're in the valley of the shadow of death. We're in these chains of darkness, these fleshly bodies that go off. We're not enjoying the earth, in the fullness for which it was made. But those who are believers are going to be looking for the coming of the day. We're going to be looking for this to be established, because we're sighing and crying for the abominations being done in the midst of. That's one of the surefire ways to know if somebody's really, in the spirit. They're going to be, anguished in the spirit because of the things that are taking place around them. It doesn't mean they're going to be depressed or anything like that, but they're going to be sore vexed the same way Lot was vexed in Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay? But yeah, I had to bring that word out because the earth abideth forever. It tells you that in Ecclesiastes 1:4, I believe. It says, what, one generation passes away and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever, right? And then you go to 2nd Ezra 6:9 too. It uses that aeon. Therefore Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, talking about the age, right? Now this is Matthew 24:4. It says, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. There's going to be many false teachers out there. Many people that know they're Israelites who are leading people astray. But those who have the full truth, because there is a subset of men on the earth who are going to have the full understanding for this time to sing the new song so that we can receive salvation. Go to Revelation, the 14th chapter. There are going to be those with no guile, all right, in their mouth. They're going to have the 100% understanding allotted for this time. But what comes along with understanding that new song, right? The understanding of prophecy, right? Revelation 19:10, the spirit of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. So understanding those prophecies, the elect aren't going to be able to be deceived by those false teachers that come, as though they're representatives of the Lord. Because they're going to know to watch out for particular things. They're going to know the fashion in which things are supposed to happen. Okay? And a lot of people are going to be pushing things that don't line up with Scripture. Okay? Because there's no light in them. Now let's go on to verse 5 here. It says, for many shall come in my name, saying that I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, which we're hearing of wars and rumors of wars, but they're going to manifest in the physical. World War III is prophesied in the Scriptures. It even gives you the main nations that are going to be involved. The Russia, the Babylon the Great, right? America. It gives you the fashion in which that war will be fought. Isaiah 9:5. Go to Zechariah, right? Those thermonuclear missiles. How this war is going to differ from every war that was fought previous. Okay? Verse 6 again from the top. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. And this is a part of the composure that the elect are going to have, because there's going to be complete chaos. Okay? Matthew 24:21, when you jump down, it says you that. Daniel 12:1, it tells you that. Right? But the elect are going to understand that these things have to play out for prophecy's sake and for, us to step into this new age that we so long for. All right? Matthew 24:7, it says, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. I was listening to the elder Hawad in North Carolina in Raleigh, maybe like a week ago. Him and a brother David just did a little sit down downtown. And they were talking about how it was over the course of last month, it was over 1,000 some earthquakes reported. That's earthquakes in diverse places, man. We know we don't have to speak about the pestilence here. Okay, we know pestilence is the trial rumors ran for a pestilence. Whether Esau was pushing it, the Lord controls both sides anyway. So it's really the Lord. Famines are being orchestrated. The fish are, beaching themselves. So, all these prophecies are coming to pass. We're in that time. And most importantly, the MOTB, the foundation for it, has been laid. They just need the right crises to push it on the people. Okay? Matthew 24:8. It says, all these things are the beginning of sorrow. So we know this is just the beginning of the climax of the movie. Verse 9, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, that great demonization in which the Lord is orchestrating both sides, like I said, in which the Lord is going to allow this devil to justify in the people's eyes coming down upon us with great wrath, coming down upon the believers with great wrath. He's going to spin it using his media engine to where he's justified in afflicting the believers in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, or those who oppose his NWO. All right? Verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. All right? So the elect of Israel, the believers, that's who this devil really wants to get. Because majority of these people, they're down with the agenda. They're going to receive the mark. They're down to be changed into the image of Esau. All right? But the elect, he has to get them out of the way so that he can override prophecy. But that won't happen. He'll get some of us, but there'll be many in the scriptures, like the scriptures say, there'll be many of us that shall not taste of death. Okay, so there are going to be many people delivered. That prophecy where, the elect are looking down through the chariots and seeing the destruction, that has to happen. Somebody has to be alive for that to happen. Okay? And also we're told in Revelation 2:10, to fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. We're faithful unto death, we're going to receive a crown of life. Okay? Matthew 24:10. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And then, like it says in the scriptures also, the love of many shall wax cold. Okay, so now is our grace period to build ourselves up in the spirit to endure whatever the Most High places in front of us, and to be a good soldier in faith. Like it says, 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter and the 3rd verse, it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So we understand we're not in the spirit of, mirth. No, we're watching for prophecy. We understand there's some things that are about to go down, and that day is not going to overtake the believers as a thief in the night. So yeah, man, I'm just sitting here reading in the Matthew 24th chapter, but just figured I'd make a quick lesson on it. Yeah, man, World War III, the MOTB, which is the mark of the beast, that RFID chip that they're trying to push or set society up so that they can completely track everything that everybody does. And that you'll need that mark so that you can function within their society. And you receiving that mark is basically you giving dominion of your soul over to this man. All right, back in ancient times, they would strike a slave through his earlobe, or brand them to stake ownership over that person. You taking that RFID chip is him. Now he has ownership over you, okay, instead of the Most High. So, we're spiritually gearing up, embracing ourselves for the times to come. And these things have to be reiterated and driven home. The test is upon us, but we do have the study guide. It shouldn't be a pop quiz to you. To the world, to them, it's going to be a pop quiz. But to us, it should not be, right? So just a quick lesson. got another one in mind, but get that together here now shortly. But Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, man. I want to give all praises once more to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Quadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I want to say shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. Shalom.